Hi, good afternoon, everyone. The board meeting of the Gateway Development Commission is now called to order. Today we are holding a public meeting of the Gateway Development Commission's Board of Commissioners. Today's meeting is being held in person, but as a part of the transition from virtual meetings as a result of the COVID-19 public health crisis, public comments will continue to be solicited virtually. Audio is also being live streamed from the Gateway Program website. The Commission will solicit comments from members of the public who have signed up for in-person comment. The Commission is also soliciting comment from the public that may be participating today virtually. A form for soliciting these comments is posted to the Gateway Program website for those who wish to submit a comment for today's meeting. Acting Secretary Caulfield may ask you to conduct the roll call and report on the public notice for today's meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Co-Chair Graywall-Verk.
I'm here.
Vice Chair Kosha.
Here.
Commissioner Barbas.
Here.
Commissioner Bauer. Commissioner Rosen.
Here.
Commissioner Dominguez.
Here.
We have a quorum. Co-Chair Glenn is absent from today's meeting. Adequate notice of today's regular public meeting of the Board of Commissioners of the Gateway Development Commission has been provided in accordance with the Commission's enabling legislation. The agenda and public documents pertaining to the board meeting have been made publicly available on the Gateway Program website. Notice of the meeting was posted to the website 5 business days before the meeting, and public notice of the time and place of the meeting was provided to appropriate media outlets. A video recording of this meeting will be posted on the Gateway Program website.
Thanks, Ed. The next item on today's agenda is a report on the minutes of the November 16, 2023 meeting of the board. I will now turn to Mr. Caulfield for a report on the minutes of that meeting.
Copies of the minutes of the meeting of November 16, 2023 were delivered in electronic form by myself to the governors of New York and New Jersey on November 20th, 2023. The time for action by the governors of New York and New Jersey expired at midnight on December 6, 2023, at which time actions recorded in the minutes went into full force and effect.
Thank you, Mr. Caulfield. We will now turn to GDC staff for an update on the Gateway program.
Last board meeting for the year, and we have a very brief agenda we wanted to talk to you about. I just wanted to give you a brief perspective from January till today. When we all met in January, the Gateway Development Commission did not have entry into engineering. We did not have a single dollar commitment from the feds. We did not have a governance framework. We did not have a single SEP agreement with our partners. We did not have a final commitment from the states and our partners. We did not have any way to be eligible to receive federal funds. We were not under construction, and we did not have a single procurement. Here we are 12 months later. We have $11 billion in commitment from the feds. We have construction on both sides of the river. We have 3 procurements underway. We have entered into engineering. We have received eligible status to receive federal funds. We have all the governance frameworks necessary established. We have all the SEP agreements done. We have all the local funding commitments finalized. To me, this is what this board set out to do 12 months ago. And we would not be here but for the extraordinary leadership of this board, of the 2 governors, and of course, the president and our congressional delegation. This project, I said from the very beginning, would not happen by accident, it would happen by design. And what you have seen in the last 12 months is a reflection of that work. As I said to you a few weeks ago, or I'm not even sure when it was, I think it was last week because my days are running together, we celebrated the groundbreaking event at Tonnelle Avenue. And right before Thanksgiving, we also celebrated the groundbreaking on the New York side for the concrete casing project. So this year has been remarkable. Next year is going to be equally challenging and equally, hopefully, exciting for all of us. We are on a march towards receiving the full funding grant agreement sometime in the spring. But what I wanted to tell you in the most clearest possible terms is the progress we've made is real, is meaningful, and it's measurable. It's a great way to end the year. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our acting CFO, Pat McCoy, to come and talk about the budget.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. The first item for consideration today and for discussion is the approval of the 2024 final operating and capital budget. Pursuant to the GDC Act, the proposed 2024 budget was presented at the November 15th, 2023 board meeting and made available for public review on the GDC website. And so, thank you. And turning to the budget itself, before you on the screen, as you can see here, as presented in November, you see a total budget of $68,273,439. This is comprised of operating expenses of $27,945,803 and capital expenses of $40,327,636. This is what GDC needs to run this organization into through 2024. Okay, happy to take any questions on the budget, and if not, we'll move to the next item. The next item concerns the financial advisory services contract with Ernst & Young Infrastructure Advisors. As you may recall, the history of this is that this contract is being assigned from the Port Authority to GDC. Ernst & Young Infrastructure Advisors has been providing GDC with expert professional financial advisory services since 2018, including financial structuring, analysis of procurement, evaluation, negotiation, and documentation for the HTP. And what we're seeking today is Commissioner approval for a not-to-exceed amount of $3,255,000 to retain Ernst & Young services through December 17th, 2024. This will be the last year of the extensions that are included in the original contract. The original contract, you may recall, was 3 years plus 3 one-year extensions. So we're down to the final one-year extension, which GDC proposes to exercise on its own, and with the funding provided by the commissioners if it approves it. And then in 2024, we will initiate a new procurement, obviously since we're at the end of the line with the EYIA, and we'll be reporting to the board on the progress of that procurement next year. And then the last item concerns the Amtrak Capital Funding Agreement. And this is in connection with the project development agreement. GDC proposes to enter into a capital funding agreement with Amtrak to facilitate Amtrak's commitment to fund a portion of delivery of the HTP. We are seeking authorization for the CEO to finalize the terms of the agreement and make and execute and deliver, once finalized, to take all other steps necessary to comply with the terms of the agreement. And obviously, we'll report back to the Board of Commissioners once the GDC and Amtrak have executed the agreement itself. All right. So then we'll go to the action items.
So Commissioners, we have 3 action items for you today. The first one is obviously the operating budget, followed by, I just wanted to give them a preview. And followed by an EY advisor's resolution, and then final would be the Amtrak capital funding resolution. I think, Ed, you want to go first with comments, right?
All right, great. Thank you, Chris and team, for everything. You've made a tremendous movement this year. It was great to be at both groundbreakings. Actually, Janine, Amy, and I were at Tonley. Just amazing to see all the work you've done in this past year, and really looking forward to 24. So thank you for that. I note for the record that the commission has solicited in-person and virtual comments from the public in advance and during today's meeting, rather. A form for soliciting these comments was posted to the GDC website in advance of the meeting, and the members of public attending in person also had the opportunity to register today when arriving. The comment form for the virtual participation was available throughout today's meeting. The commission has received, is it 4 or 5? 4. Virtual public comments by 5 p.m. on Sunday, December 10th from the following individuals: Wanda Nazar of Expediting Support Services, Samira Ayati of IB Engineering Group, PLLC, Chad Perke of Association for a Better New York, and Sophie Capello of Regional Plan Association, Build Gateway Now Coalition. If any virtual comments are received during today's meeting, they will be distributed to the board and posted on the Gateway Program website after today's meeting. All public comments received will also be filed in the Commission's records. Mr. Caulfield will now conduct the public comment period for those speakers who have registered in person today. Thank you.
Thank you, Co-Chair. Today we have 5 registered speakers. Speakers, in order to give everyone an opportunity to be heard, we request you limit your comments to 3 minutes. In accordance with the GDC Open Meetings Policy, the public comment period may be limited to 30 minutes. The first speaker is Christina Cuzzetto of the Regional Plan Association.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's my first time here, so bear with me. My name is Christina. I am the New Jersey Policy Associate for Regional Plan Association, stepping in for my colleague Sophie Capello today. Wanted to thank everybody for inviting public comment. I'm testifying again on behalf of RPA and the Build Gateway Now Coalition. For years, RPA and the Build Gateway Now Coalition have advocated to move the Gateway project forward. We've led research projects and strategic communication efforts and engaged the public, electeds, and other stakeholders to convey the importance of the Hudson River Tunnel project. This past year, especially this past 6 months, we've celebrated milestones for the Hudson Tunnel project that represent the beginning of the culmination of this collective work. Most notably, that construction has officially started on both sides of the river at Hudson Yards Concrete Casing and Tonley Avenue. Congratulations to the GDC and all project leaders on meeting this obligation and keeping the project on schedule. This year, we have also celebrated a historic amount of federal funding for the Hudson Tunnel project. Roughly $11 billion have been awarded by the U.S. Department of Transportation. That historic investment is a testament not only to the importance of the project, but also to the responsibility that the GDC has demonstrated to move the project forward. We are especially proud that a rail project is finally being viewed as nearly as important as most interstate highway projects, which can usually count on 80 to 90% of the project costs being covered by the federal government. We hope that our timely research on the importance of the Gateway program to the regional and national economies contributed somewhat to finally getting a larger share of the funds from Washington. As we look forward to more progress in the year ahead, we will continue to be fierce advocates of the Gateway program. We will urge government officials to move quickly on the remaining funding commitments and continue to advocate for Phase 2 projects of the Gateway program. The completion of all 11 projects is what will truly modernize transportation in this critical section of the Northeast Corridor, creating a more sustainable future and bolstering our interconnected economies. We look forward to reaching the point of no return for the Hudson Tunnel project in 2024. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The next speaker is Daniel Ortega of ELEC 825.
Good afternoon. ELEC 825 is the labor management fund for the more than 8,400 members of the International Union of Operating Engineers Local 825 and the nearly 1,000 signatory contractors who employ them. I will be remiss if I did not mention the great work Commissioner Dominguez is doing in the state of New York, particularly in the Hudson Valley, where many of our members live and work. Our members in New Jersey and our sisters and brothers operating engineers in New York are excited as construction of this important project has begun. It means thousands of jobs across the regional economy within the construction sector, and our members will enjoy in the employment gains. The hardworking women and men of Local 825 will continue to provide for their families and contribute to their local and state economies. Let's talk about boring things. More importantly, about the boring of this tunnel. As project continues to move forward, we will be seeing and operating these machines. From a pure construction point of view, the things these machines do is simply amazing. From a project point of view, this signifies a point of no return, and this project will be the reality that we all want it to be. The Hudson Tunnel project is not solely about construction jobs. Our members don't just work here. We live here and we raise our families here too. We also know the benefits safe, reliable infrastructure for our communities. This project will help to improve the region in the long run and would help New Jersey remain economically competitive and a great place to live. Once again, I want to thank the Commissioner for allowing this critical, important project to move ahead. And we'll look forward to continue working with you and talking about boring tunnels. Thank you.
The next speaker is Carl Evans of Boss Tunnel Vision Team.
First of all, I'd like to say good morning. My name is Carl Evans, and I represent Boss Tunnel Vision. We were actually on the Arc Tunnel many moons ago. I was sharing with some of the staff of Chris and his great team that I had a little girl at the time, my granddaughter, and now she's in college, okay? So we're back here again. Boss Tunnel Vision, we were very, very thoughtful in terms of our process. We are made up of DBEs and MBEs who can participate in this project. Chris and his team have been very forthcoming. We've gotten information out. We're starting to recruit people and bring people together. There are some issues with DBEs relative to being able to work on a project of this size, and we may want to take a look, even though the regulations don't call for it, for MBE participation as well. We just look forward to continue to work with Chris and his team. We think it's a tremendous project. It's here now, and we're excited about it. And I really appreciate all your support. Thank you.
Thank you. The next speaker is Edward Funches.
How you doing, Commissioner? My name is Edward Funches, and I'm the founder and president of Inclusion. Every time I come to these meetings, I always look around, and I never see no one with a visible disability like myself. I'm trying to figure out what are y'all going to do to help us out. We have the highest unemployment rate with the disability community. You're talking about the infrastructure maximum. When y'all start investing in us, the disability community, we're certified with the Port Authority, we're certified with the city, and we want to be a part of this program. Thank you.
Thank you. The last public speaker is Chris Hartman of New Jersey Alliance for Action.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Thank you. Yeah, my name is Chris Hartman. I'm Senior Vice President of New Jersey Alliance for Action, and I'm here on behalf of Jerry Keenan, our president today. And we're a nonpartisan, nonprofit association that represents thousands of business, labor, government, utility, education, professional, and other New Jersey leaders. And our mission is to improve New Jersey's economy through the promotion of environmentally friendly capital construction and infrastructure investment. So I know I've been here a couple times before, just wanted to get that back on the record. And previously, the Alliance has come and spoken on a couple of different action items that have been on the agenda. But today, we're here to offer our congratulations to everyone on the Commission and to the team at GDC. This is quite literally a moment in our history that was years in the making, and everyone on the board and in this room knows how important the Gateway program is. We don't have to rehash that. It's right up there with the GWB, the Holland Tunnel, the Lincoln Tunnel. It's absolutely right up there, and the impact is going to be felt well into the next century. We wanted to commend the efforts of the board, CEO Chris Calori, his entire team, along with the men and women that are out there digging the dirt right now as we speak. About a year ago, at one of our events, Chris Calori outlined some plans for 2023, and he stated that his goal was to have more than half of the components of Gateway in procurement are actually under construction by the end of 23. We're proud to say they are. That's amazing. That's incredible. Going off script, on a side note, I was lucky enough to be able to attend the groundbreaking, and I was able to be there with our president, Jerry. And I knew the history of the ARC Tunnel and everything, so it wasn't lost on me what was happening in front of me. And my wife and I can't have kids, so we have nieces and nephews. I'm going to be able to tell them that I was there at the beginning when they're in and out going in those tunnels. It's pretty cool, and I really enjoyed that. And like I said, that really is a moment in history. The bottom line is, to us, GDC is doing a fantastic job moving the project forward. That's it. We will continue to be an advocate for the Gateway program. We stand ready to work with you and your fellow commissioners throughout this process to advocate for the next phase of the program. We look forward to another successful year in 2024 as well. Hands down, the most critical infrastructure project in the country. We all know that. So thanks again. We're here to offer our support. Hope all of you have a wonderful Christmas and holiday season, and thanks for the opportunity today.
Thank you. There are no more public speakers.
Commissioners, so we have 3 resolutions, as I said. The very first resolution for your consideration is the 2024 operating budget for the Gateway Development Commission.
Thank you, Chris. Do any of the commissioners wish to comment? Is there a motion from a commissioner to consider this resolution? Thank you. Is there a second?
So moved.
Thank you. Any discussion? I move this motion to a vote. Mr. Caulfield, please call the roll.
Co-Chair Graywall-Verk,
Yes?
Vice Chair Kosha,
Yes.
Commissioner Barbas,
Yes.
Commissioner Bauer,
Yes.
Commissioner Dominguez,
Yes.
Commissioner Rosen.
Yes.
The motion passes.
Thank you, Commissioners. The second resolution is a resolution to authorize to increase a not to exceed amount for the EY contract.
Thanks, Chris. Do any of the commissions wish to comment? Is there a motion from a commissioner to consider this resolution, please? I'll move. Janine. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded.
Thank you. Any discussion? I move this motion to a vote. Mr. Caulfield, please call the roll.
Co-Chair Graywall-Verk,
Yes?
Vice Chair Kosha,
Yes.
Commissioner Barbas,
Yes.
Commissioner Bauer, Commissioner Dominguez,
Yes.
Commissioner Rosen.
Yes.
The motion passes.
Thank you, Commissioners. And the final resolution is a authorization to enter into a capital funding agreement with Amtrak.
Thanks, Chris. Do any of the commissioners wish to comment? Is there a motion from a commissioner to consider this resolution?
So moved.
You? Is there a second, please? Second. Janine, any discussion? I move this motion to a vote. Mr. Caulfield, please call the roll.
Co-Chair Graywall-Verk,
Yes?
Vice Chair Kosha,
Yes.
Commissioner Barbas,
Yes.
Commissioner Bauer,
Yes.
Commissioner Dominguez,
Yes.
Commissioner Rosen.
Yes.
The motion passes.
Thanks, Mr. Caulfield. There being no further business to conduct today, I motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Second. Thanks, Janine. Any discussion? Hearing none, I move this motion to a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Aye.
Motion is approved, and the meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for
Thank you,
being here today.
Commissioners.
Great job, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.